I am 96 years old. Most people imagine this age as a quiet reward for a long life. They picture rest, wisdom, and peace. What they don't imagine is the shock that comes with still being here. Morning comes early for me now, not because I want it to, because sleep no longer listens. The house wakes up before I do. Every sound feels louder when there is no one else making noise. There was a time when this place felt alive. Footsteps on the floor, voices calling my name, arguments that ended in laughter. Now silence has settled in permanently. I spend a lot of time near the window, watching people move as if time is chasing them. Fast steps, quick conversations, eyes glued to glowing screens. I remember walking like that, thinking I was late for something important. Growing old doesn't happen suddenly. It happens quietly. One day you notice people speak around you instead of with you. They smile politely, but their attention drifts elsewhere. You are still present, but no longer central. That realization is difficult to explain. I spent most of my life being useful, solving problems, carrying responsibility, being the one others relied on. Usefulness gives you identity. When that fades, you have to rebuild who you are. Loneliness at this stage isn't about being alone in a room. It's about feeling unnecessary. I have family, they care, but care changes shape over time. Conversations become shorter, visits feel scheduled, concern replaces curiosity, and you learn to say, "I'm fine," quickly, because the truth feels too heavy for a short call. The body weakens slowly. You expect that. What surprises you is how small life becomes. The same chair, the same view, the same routine. Freedom slowly turns into caution. You don't plan days anymore, you manage them. Memory, however, grows stronger. Faces from decades ago appear without warning. Moments you thought were ordinary return with sharp clarity. Meals rushed, words unsaid, people you assumed would always be there. Regret doesn't shout, it whispers. It asks questions late at night when the house is quiet. Why did I hurry so much? Why did I wait to say important things? Why did I believe time was unlimited? Time never corrects you. It simply moves on. I have outlived many people I loved. Friends, colleagues, family members. Loss becomes familiar. You stop being shocked by it, and that might be the saddest part. Survival is praised as strength, but surviving long enough also means watching your world slowly disappear. Your value changes too. You are no longer admired for what you contribute, but appreciated for not needing too much. That truth is difficult to accept. Asking for help feels unnatural. Depending on others feels like borrowing dignity. Yet with everything stripped away, something unexpected remains. Clarity. Without ambition, without deadlines, without competition, you finally see life for what it was. Not a race, not a checklist, just a collection of moments. And one question keeps returning, quietly and honestly. Did I truly live, or was I just busy? That question doesn't scare me anymore. It simply stays. When life slows down, you begin to notice things you once ignored. the weight of your own breath, the effort behind simple movements, the way silence doesn't just exist, it surrounds you. There was a day not long ago when my legs stopped cooperating. No drama, no warning. One moment I was standing, the next I wasn't. I lay on the floor staring at the ceiling, counting cracks I had never noticed before, and something inside me shifted. Not fear, not pain, a question. How long would I stay here before someone realized? That thought stayed with me long after I got back up. Dependence doesn't arrive loudly. It slips into your life gently. First, you sit down more often. Then you move slower. Then you start planning your actions carefully. Eventually, help becomes part of your daily routine. Accepting help is harder than people think. It feels like losing pieces of yourself one by one. Your pride doesn't disappear. It just has nowhere to go. People are kind, they mean well, but kindness can still remind you of what you've lost. You begin to measure days differently, not by what you accomplish, but how much energy you have left. Some days are heavy, others are quiet. Loneliness doesn't come from being alone, it comes from feeling unheard. Conversations happen around you, decisions are made for you. You are included, but not consulted. That hurts more than anger ever did. And yet something unexpected happens with age. You stop pretending. You stop smiling out of habit. You stop agreeing just to keep peace. You stop performing. What remains is honesty. Raw, unfiltered honesty. You feel gratitude deeply. You feel sadness openly. You feel love without fear. Memories visit often now. Not the big achievements, not the moments people applauded, the small ones. A shared cup of tea, a late-night conversation, someone sitting beside you without needing to say anything. Those are the moments that return. Regret shows up too, not in anger, but in quiet reflection. Moments where love could have been spoken sooner. Times when work felt urgent and people felt optional. I believed responsibility was proof of love. I was wrong. Presence is. Time teaches you that success can fill your schedule, but only connection fills your heart. I don't wish for my youth back. I wish for my awareness back. The awareness to slow down, to listen without planning a response, to stay a little longer. People talk about legacy. They think it's what you leave behind. It isn't. Legacy is how people felt around you when you were still there. Were they safe? Were they heard? Were they loved? That's what lasts. As days grow quieter, fear loses its grip. Death doesn't feel like an enemy. It feels like a closing chapter. What frightens me is unfinished love. Words never spoken, forgiveness delayed, time wasted assuming there would be more. There is always less time than you think. If you are listening to this with strength in your body and plans in your mind, don't wait. Don't wait to soften. Don't wait to show up. Don't wait to choose people over pressure. One day, slowing down won't be a choice. One day, silence will be louder, and you will want to remember that you lived fully while you could. I don't measure my life in years anymore. I measure it in moments of honesty. Moments when I was present. Moments when I was kind. Moments when I chose love over ego. That is enough. And if there is one thing I know now, standing near the end, it's this: a meaningful life isn't built by rushing forward. It's built by staying when it matters.